It's Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. So when people come to our website and they opt in for their free instant impact report, or they opt in for their free video mini course, how to get peace of mind, control, power and influence to make informed decisions when you have a loved one in intensive care, they can leave a message on what their biggest frustration is. And that's how I make a lot of my videos. I simply address the biggest frustrations for our readers and subscribers, and also for clients. Of course, a lot of my videos are simply done when I talk to clients and address their frustrations, address what's happening in ICU. But let's just get to today's frustration that I want to address. So one of our appreciated readers says, lack of cohesive collected information from all doctors in intensive care involved. Now, I'm so not surprised to hear that, but I probably have to go one step back by addressing once again, what is the biggest challenge for families in intensive care? Well, the biggest challenge for families in intensive care is simply that they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what questions to ask. They don't know their rights, and they don't know how to manage doctors and nurses in intensive care. That's exactly what this reader is dealing with here. They don't know what they don't know. Now, I can give you a typical scenario that I have seen, when I worked in intensive care for over 20 years in 3 different countries, and where I also worked as a nurse unit manager for over 5 years in ICU. So the typical scenario is this. A family walks in and, sees their loved one. Maybe they see them for the first time or for the second time. And the typical question that they ask is, well, how is my mum, my dad, whoever it is, my spouse, how is he or she doing? That's the typical response you get. And then as a bedside nurse or as a nurse in charge or as a doctor, you might say, oh, well, you might say your mum is stable or your mum is not so stable. And it's, to a general question, you get a general answer. So what it comes down to really is you need to know what questions to ask. And that is exactly what we can help you with here at intensivecarehotline.com. We can help you what questions to ask. As a matter of fact, I have written an article, what questions to ask, and it's really broken down into subsegments, and it's very detailed. By the same token, you also then have to be able to interpret the information that you get. It takes years of training to learn about intensive care, to understand it inside out, and to understand what it all means. When you are asking a question like, well, how is my mum doing? And you're getting an answer, well, she's stable or she's unstable, just as an example. You're probably not even getting 2% of the information that you need to know to understand how your mum is really doing. Right? That's why I'm also often saying, intensive care teams only tell you half of the story because you don't know the right questions to ask, and that is very, very important. Now, here's another tip. Besides knowing what questions to ask, also you need to get access to medical records as quickly as possible. We ask questions on your behalf if that's what you want. We can set you up with the right questions, but even more importantly, you need to get access to the medical records as quickly as possible so you can actually have a second opinion in situations when your loved one is in intensive care. So that is my quick tip for today. Know that there's help at hand. You don't need to keep scratching your head. If you don't get the information, we can help you, and check out the link below this video as well, where I link to what questions to ask when your loved one is in intensive care. But again, even if you ask them, you probably need, depending on the answer, you then need to ask maybe 5 other questions. The devil is in the detail in intensive care. So therefore, I strongly recommend that if you have a loved one in intensive care, go to our website, intensivecarehotline.com, call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or simply send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. Also, have a look at our membership for families in intensive care at intensivecaresupport.org. There you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in a membership area and via email. And we answer all questions intensive care related. Also, if you need a medical record review, please contact us as well. We review medical records while your loved one is in intensive care in real time. And we also review them after intensive care. If you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or you simply suspect medical negligence, we can help you with all of that. We have a team working in the background. But we highly recommend that you get access to the medical records in real time so you can have a second opinion in real time. Now, thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the video with your friends and families, click the notification bell and comment below what you want to see next or what questions and insights you have from this video. Thanks for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care.